Good morning, here's top stories in 5 minutes with Lulu Fadoju for the 30th of September 2020, and I'll be starting with the Guardian newspaper. My first story, Nigeria declares Thursday public holiday for independence. Nigeria government has declared Thursday, October 1st as public holiday to mark the nation's 60th Independence Day anniversary celebration. Minister of Interior Rauf Aregbesola congratulated all Nigerians on the celebration of the country's Diamond Jubilee and assured them of government's unwavering commitment to the socio-economic transformation of the country. President seeks confirmation of 8 judges, others. President Muhammadu Buhari has submitted a list of 8 Court of Appeal judges to the Senate for confirmation as judges of the Supreme Court of Nigeria. 2020 budget further endangered as government suffers $14 billion revenue loss. According to the Senate President Ahmed Lawan, implementation of the 2020 budget may have further hit the rocks as the federal government has suffered a $14 billion revenue loss on account of the falling oil price at the international market. Buhari to present 2021 budget next week. Also with the president, Buhari backs calls for reallocation of IMF reserves to support developing countries. Renewable energy to contribute 30% of electricity supply in Nigeria by 2030, says Minister. Minister of Science and Technology Dr. Ogbonnaya Onu says Nigeria plans to generate 30% of its electricity supply through renewable energy by 2030, in line with the National Energy Policy. And on COVID-19, CBN introduces healthcare intervention scheme. The bank stated that the intervention was to help strengthen public healthcare systems with innovative financing of research and development in new and improved drugs, vaccines and diagnostics of infectious diseases in Nigeria. Judge urges counsel to prepare for speedy trial of El Zakzaki. Humanitarian Ministry denies diverting 2.72 billion naira school feeding fund. The Ministry of Humanitarian Affairs, Disaster Management and Social Development yesterday denied diverting to private bank accounts the 2.72 billion naira budgeted for school feeding by the government. 800 houses to go as Lagos proposes $2.2 billion for Fourth Mainland Bridge. The Lagos State government is proposing the sum of $2.2 billion for the construction of the 37.4 kilometers Fourth Mainland Bridge. 800 houses are also expected to go when the construction begins against the 4,000 houses earlier marked for demolition in the previous design before it was realigned. Residents desert Rivers community over alleged military invasion. Some residents of Okoma community in Rivers State have deserted the locality following alleged invasion of military officers. Consequently, the community has called on the federal and Rivers State governments to urgently intervene to save the people from extermination. Now to the Punch newspaper. Buhari presents 2021 budget to National Assembly next week. The President of the Senate, Ahmed Lawan, said that President Muhammadu Buhari will submit the 2021 budget estimates to the National Assembly next week. Buhari wants Itakwe Warri rail line linked to ports. President Muhammadu Buhari on Tuesday virtually inaugurated the 326-kilometer Itakwe-Ajaokuta Warri rail line for commercial operation and directed the Ministry of Transportation to ensure that all the nation's ports are linked to the rail line. FG must honor ceasefire agreement with Labour, says Gbajabiamila. Release Uni Uyo, Uni Jos, others take off grants, reps tell FG. The House of Representatives has asked the federal government to immediately release takeoff grants to universities, some of which were established decades ago. Reps withdraw water bill as lawmakers clash. The story comes with the rider. Bills reintroduced through backdoor didn't follow proper procedure, PDP legislators. We will challenge attempts to change rules, says pro-water bill lawmakers. Minister seeks constitutional backing for 35% affirmative action. The Minister of Women Affairs, Pauline Tallen, has on behalf of Nigerian women demanded that a 35% affirmative action in favor of the female gender be taken into consideration in the current efforts by the National Assembly to review the 1999 Constitution. Boko Haram governor. Court rejects Mai Lafiya opposition to police invitation. The suits filed by a former deputy governor of the Central Bank of Nigeria, Dr. Obadiah Mai Lafiya, at the Plateau State High Court seeking to stop the Nigerian police from investigating him suffered a setback as the court dismissed his application. The court ruled that the police had the constitutional right to invite and investigate him when necessary. Magus lawyers planting false publications against panel, Salami. Osun Deputy Chief of Staff charged with $120,000 fraud. Shun Godfatherism. don't control Obaseki, Iwuare tells PDP. The Kano State government yesterday constituted a 10-man committee headed by the State Deputy Governor to harmonize and streamline multi-agency efforts to integrate Quranic and Sagaya education into the Universal Basic Education Program for Almajiris. And that's all for today. Thanks for listening. I'm Lulu Fadoju. Do have a wonderful day.